Anyways, so let's take a look at the New World bundle. Now, this is where you've got 46 different bundles, and from there you can pick up the Rhode Island. Grunty was very lucky, and I know Malarkey was very lucky. Both picked went in here, and the Rhode Island was immediately there. If so, that's a really easy decision. Buy the damn Rhode Island. Now, for the most of us out there, you can see Rhode Island is not right off the bat. Now you have to make a decision. Do you want to spend the bundles or buy the bundles or not? Technically, you know what each one gives you, but it's still very much like gambling. You are hoping that the next one is going to be whatever. You can see that there are discounts for getting various bundles. And so what I would recommend that you decide you do is you think to yourself, are you willing to buy all 46 bundles at 2,000 doubloons in order to get the Rhode Island? If the answer is yes, then by all means go for it. You do get a 15% discount. If you're not, what you need to do is think to yourself, what is the most you'd be willing to pay for this ship? And then feel free to pick up, whoa, I didn't want to do that. That just scared the crap out of me. Feel free to pick up whatever you want. So for example, what I might do if I wanted the ship and I didn't have the ship and all that kind of stuff, right? I might go to 30 random bundles because that's the greatest discount, and then pray that I get the Rhode Island there. But the problem is if you don't get the Rhode Island, then you have to decide, is it worth it to you? Are you willing to then go and pick up the other 16 remaining? Jabberwock says, based on the symbol, Rhode Island should be a resource ship later. They did say that it will become available later for, I thought it was for purchase. So, you know, I would expect to see it later too. Do you think Rhode Island would be anywhere useful? I don't know the ship that much myself. One of my plans for today was to play it on stream. And we can get back to that question I love Ken for you, okay? If I want to gamble, I'll just hop onto one of the online casinos and you gamble money anytime you want. Hey, I'm right there with you. I've never been a supporter of the whole bundle thing. There have been times where people have said, hey, Zaf, go whale this out because I want to see, you know, I think I did it for the Johan Day whale. That was the first time they put the ship behind bundles. And it was like second to last or something for me, which is really annoying. Now, you can get the Essex with 2,000 of these American tokens. You get some of the American tokens from the Battle Pass. You can also, of course, get them from here. So I suppose if you whale out for the Rhode Island, in theory, you are much closer to getting to the Essex as well. Again, that's a tech tree ship right now, premium, but it's a tech tree ship. So
I think the article said you can get a total of like 3,800 tokens from these random bundles.
Mm-hmm. And you need 2,000, like so
400 from the battle pass. The battle pass only gives you some from the access levels.
Mm-hmm.
So
okay. Johan was the only time you've gotten the ship in the first random bundle. Never again. I've never had one in the first bundle, but I'm sure that'll happen at some point.
The first bundle was the Scarlet Thunder.
Cthulhu says the only time you thought the bundles were worth it, Starkey to Causey Star Edinburgh, the stuff in the bundles was actually worth the full cost at market value. Fair enough. Now you can also get Wings of Freedom containers. What's in here? This is where you can get the Georgia, the Halford, the Rochester, Hornet, Florida. It says 7 ships in total. California, Saipan, Kidd, Alabama. Okay. If you don't have any of these ships, I'll real quickly tell you which ones I would go for in a heartbeat. I'd be very excited to get the Hornet. It's a very fun ship. The Florida, I actually like. I know Grunty hates it. I really like the Florida. Very maneuverable, quick firing guns. They're a little bit lower caliber, but more barrels and fun secondaries. Puddin loves the California. I don't. It's slow, sluggish, eats damage for breakfast, lunch, and dinner every salvo. Alabama is a nice ship, very much like the Florida, maneuverable, very good guns. These are the 16-inch guns on the Bama. Saipan is bleh, don't know. And then Kidd is almost god tier at tier 8. She's a great ship. She's got a Heo, smoke, good anti-air, defensive anti-air fire. And then obviously down here at the bottom, Georgia. I know Big O would be excited to get Georgia. I would be too if I didn't have it. She's a fantastic tier 9 battleship. And then Halford is the hybrid Fletcher. So this is the one that has a squadron of attack planes that can launch off. Not a bad choice, actually, as long as you don't fall under the trap of constantly flying around with planes. Rochester, I think, is the one that's got the smoke, right?
Yes, Rochester has a smoke screen.
Okay.
And I gotta say, I personally love Alabama. If I didn't have the North Carolina CLR, Alabama before then was my favorite tier 8 battleship, even better than Massachusetts or the German secondary ships.
Interesting. So Bama's got a slightly better Sigma than the Massachusetts, and that's one of the big things that sets them apart. Massachusetts, of course, has the secondaries.
Yeah, and for me, that slight difference in Sigma has made all the difference in Bama. I have had better accuracy, better shots in Bama than any other ship at tier 8 before CLR.
Makes sense. And then it also says if you already have all the ships, you get 32,000 free XP, whatever. Okay. So I think that covers the new stuff in the armory. Shadow says, I'm a bit surprised the Santa crates can still be purchased. I am too, frankly, but if they're up for another week, then it's kind of like your last chance. Some people might, I don't know. Frankly, if you're going to buy them, you've already bought them, is my guess. But Bama's got a great torpedo belt, yes. Okay. Cool. So we've got some new toys to play with. Those of you guys in the div. Let's see, that's just that's Rob right now. So
Yeah, I'm coming back.
Okay.
Everything seems to work.
So if you guys don't mind, I'd love to do an 8, 9, and a 10. Yorktown, obviously, we're gonna play with, right? They're still checking on the bonus package, so if you don't mind, let's hold off on the Yorktown for right now. Do you guys want to do 10 then?
You can.
I can play the shiny new Rhode Island and see what this thing is all about.
I got a unique upgrade to test.
You do. Your ship-to-shore radio thing. Whatever it's called, right?
Yep, ship to shore radio. Because, hey, look who's online. Mr. Business.
Who?
Business 6.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm like just in-game online, like.
Okay. So, let's talk about the Rhode Island a little bit then and take a look at her characteristics. And don't worry, Cthulhu, if I don't get a response back, we'll play the ship. Don't worry about that. I just figure, hey, if I can hold off and mount the bonus package, why not? Okay. So what do we have here? For consumables, we've got radar, spotting aircraft for team play, always, and then fighter. Obviously, you'd probably want to do radar. This is 9 kilometer. At tier 10, 9 kilometer radar is kind of weak sauce. It's active for 40 seconds. Cooldown time of 2 minutes. Okay. Let's see. So, what's her damage control like? She has 20 seconds consumable action time. Big O, isn't that standard American battleship?
Yeah.
The reason I'm asking, and the reason I'm mentioning that, is because you can mount the damage control party modification, and if you do that, that's an extra 40 seconds to DCP. So that would basically extra 40%. That's another 4 seconds that you are invulnerable, and that doesn't take into account the captain skill that also extends the invulnerability. So there is some synergy involved in that. I'm going to go ahead and just mount the regular one for a second, and then if I go to this, I should get free That's what I was afraid of. So they didn't do free demounts with the battle pass this time around. So if you're gonna mount something, be prepared to either pay doubloons or credits for it. Wait, it's doubloons or destroy, isn't it? It's been so long since I've had to. Yeah, demount or sell. Oh, disgusting. Okay, anyway. It's a radar boat, so I don't know why you wouldn't put that on. Oh wait, she's got engine boost.
And it's a good engine boost, the
Yeah.
50%.
Yeah, I'm putting engine boost mod on.
Is already 40 seconds, I think. It will
Yeah, it is.
gonna be very unlikely that an enemy destroyer is gonna stay within your radar range for more than 40
Well,
seconds.
The other thing is that
built into radar. It's better than speed boost.
the thing is 9 kilometer at tier 10. I just don't think it's that valuable. 12 obviously is king. 10 for like the Des Moines is useful. 9, I don't know.
So
9 on a cruiser is okay. 9 on a battleship is whatever.
Yeah.
I'll say this: one of my clanmates got Rhode Island on the first crate, and he's been playing it. And from what he's found and has told us, the 9-kilometer radar is only good in one of two situations. The first is end game, when you're hunting down that last DD on the enemy team. Or 2, it's the self-defense radar, in case the DD comes and chases you, or the submarine's on the surface and chasing you.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
I add a third scenario. It extends your vision by 1 kilometer during a cyclone.
And actually that can be helpful. Anyways. Yes, you can. Hold on, it's 9.
But the thing is, like, even if you put, you might get a third salvo off if you put the radar mod on and you already perfectly aimed. All right,
Correct.
please don't play a submarine when we play a
We don't have a carrier.
Anyways.
we're playing Titan still.
Anyways.
Rhode Island isn't a carrier.
I'm gonna go ahead and go with artillery plotting here. I don't think you'd want to go secondaries for this ship. 7.5 base takes it out to, isn't that 10 something? If you spec all into it. Okay. What's the burn? Is it the standard battleship burn? I would assume it is.
Is that a battleship burn? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a battleship.
Yep. Now, well, because it got battlecruiser dispersion, you never know if they wargaming tweaks things as well. So you could do propulsion here. I wouldn't do steering gears. I definitely wouldn't do airstrike. You can do damage control or propulsion. I'll probably just do damage control for right now. Kind of just do a standard battleship build, including concealment
I would take
module.
Damage con, and the reason is I'd probably want to take Brisk because it synergizes so well with the speed boost too.
Yes.
So, which means you don't have basics of survivability, and that makes damage con mod better.
You mean in the first slot?
No. In
Oh,
the
you're
fourth slot.
in the fourth. Okay. And then of course this is an American ship, so typically you want artillery plotting room for the better accuracy. So I'm gonna put that in, and then let's see, what do we got? The recommendations are anti-det. Did they move the flags around a little? Feels like they shifted. Anyway, fire extinguishing, flooding. By the way, the mods all work just fine for you, Grunty.
I had no issues with any of my mods.
Okay. Secondaries, let me drop that for right now. I don't know if we need it. Planes, sure, anti-air, speed, consumable, and then heal. It's a battleship. I'm not speccing into secondaries, so I might also go for ramming flag. You never know when you need ram. These are 356mm guns, so they're be all right. Now, I'm doing blues because I can. Doesn't mean that you have to or should. It's a premium ship. So blue boosters for ship XP aren't going to do anything but make you feel better about yourself in the end screen. I'd probably want to throw Halsey on. Now, you said it synergizes so well with Brisk, which I understand. In order to get Brisk, though, you have to give up Grease the Gears.
No, I take both. I give up the second 3-point skill. I don't.
You would give up long-range secondary battery shells.
I mean, I wouldn't spec anything for secondary here. Like, you probably have to respec your commander if you want Halsey.
So this gets my secondaries out to 9.5, and the reason for that is if you're within 9.5 of an enemy, your main battery reload is 10% better. So if you want this, that's fine. The alternate would be a standard battleship build. Do I have a standard battleship captain someplace?
Can maybe use John Doe. He has the same buffed skills.
Yeah, I could use one of the does. I just have to find him. There's George. Do I not have a 21-point doe? I have oven chicken.
If only you had a way to get him to 21 points.
If only. If only. It's just weird, though, because I don't see the other doe. Maybe he's, like, chilling over here? I wish there was a way you could search. That would come in
Maybe you
very
never-
handy.
Maybe you never bought him.
No, I have him. Here he is on the Montana. Okay, so a standard American battleship build would be something like this, and adding brisk, and the last 1-point skill would be... I could totally see going in a consumable specialist for this particular
I
ship.
probably would take consumable specialist too, to be honest here.
Hell yeah. Right. If you're not playing this particular ship, you'd probably spec into emergency repair.
Yeah, or preventive maintenance to help
Or-
your AA survive or something.
Yep, or preventative maintenance can work as well. Let's just go ahead and master these. We'll keep it at a 20-pointer right now, assuming, kind of simulate that you don't know what you're going to do with that last point anyways. And I think it's time for our battle. Gotta put flags on, of course. Gotta decorate the ship, make it look pretty. So, paid actor flag, and...
What's the alternate camo?
I'm getting there. I'm getting there. So we've got the standard camo, which honestly is very boring if you ask me. And then let's go ahead and take a look at the alternate. Oh. I like it. I like that. That's pretty. Also feels a little lazy-ish, but you know, it is what it is.
I mean, isn't that just standard? What's it called? Measure 32, 33, 34? I don't know.
Measure 22, yeah, who knows. All right, let's get into our first battle and see what this is all about. Spec into
that
secondaries,
camo
all in or not at all.
Like, a lot of people seem to like it. I think it's just ugly.
I like
Personal
the
taste.
darker color. I think it looks nice. Stream Raiders is ready to go. Let's get that fired off. Okay. Okay. We're looking good. So I love Ken. We'll see if we can get an answer for you about where the Rhode Island is going to be useful. I will tell you, with lower caliber guns, I would think that she's very useful in more close range encounters. We didn't look at the armor profile, but it looks to me like it's just an Iowa hull.
No, it's not.
It's not?
You have absolutely trash armor. 27
cool.
millimeter bow. You get overmatched.
It's actually more similar to a Florida.
Really?
I think I
Oh,
saw
yeah.
a 32 millimeter torpedo
Okay.
protection belt, then spaced armor, and then a citadel armor of like 170 behind. So
I see
do
that
not
little-
show your side.
Okay. I see that little notch over there. Okay.
Well,
So Rob, if you want to try to contest this middle cap, I will park myself on this island here and try to support. Good talk, Rob.
I think I'm gonna head over to the side by the bungo. Remember, the radar is not just for destroyers; it's for Italian cruisers, battleships. Of course, that is true, Cthulhu.
I mean, sure, but like, it feels like you don't want to be that close in a random battle to any of those ships.
If the
Or
armor
rather, those
is
ships probably want to be that close to you.
If the armor is that crap, I would agree with Grunty. I would think that most of those ships would be trying to play away from you. There are a couple of times where I think it could be useful. One of those might be... Yeah, I see it. One of those might be, of course, when you're trying to deal with like Apollo Emilio that wants to YOLO charge you or something like that. That could be very useful.
Slightly improved AP pen angles.
I'm Vony Wolf, hello. Mystical Thoughts on YouTube says apparently Rhode Island does not like HE spam. Good to know. And I heard you. Oh, come on. I thought my front were ready to go. Or my rear. Oh well.
Oh, carrier. Come here. I want to shoot down planes.
Most battleships don't like HE spam. That is very true, Jabberwock. And probably want to shoot HE for the curve first.
Thank you for those 15 planes, 17 planes. I appreciate it.
Damn.
Holy.
That was really nice. That's a good donation right there.
Why are you spotted, Rob?
Aircraft. The aircraft they got close enough to spot me before.
Oh, Silver's in here.
I'm not sure I can actually win this duel here with a Nevsky and the Rhode Island. They are smartly staying out of my range too for the airstrikes.
How dare they?
Torpedoes to starboard.
Oh, torpedoes.
Engine boost activated.
What is that? One of the Shimikazes?
Yeah, I can't stay here. I will lose that fight against the Nevsky.
Actually, it's probably the gearing.
I'm gonna head towards the sea side.
Someone make this Nevsky go away.
I am located, by the way.
All right, armor test on the car first. Not too bad.
Oh, gearing died.
Well, okay, that helps. I was right. That was the gearing over in the corner. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you for your skip bombers this time, Mr.
Yeah, another donation, huh?
I mean, he hit the Conqueror, I guess, but...
Okay. Go farm some free XP. Go for it, dude. We're just here farming Grunty's tears. Oh, Kerr first. Why are you stopping Bowin like that? Not a good idea, but not a good idea.
Vanessa made inky.
Yeah, airship escort could cause you to get closer to enemy ships, but I mean, it's whatever. It's airship escort.
We're gonna lose the other side, by the way.
Okay.
That just means you have to win this one all the harder.
No, that means you two should be going over to that side to receive. Okay.
This is just too much HE spamming cruisers over there.
And Nevsky has me concerned.
The one that's in the middle of the map?
Nevsky, Hindi, and Jinan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's multiple
and Rhode
ships over there.
Island. and
Arsonist! Let's go. Who shot me? And that's it, I think.
Oh, that was a good
Ooh!
hit.
Yeah. I suppose I could have had AP in the barrels. That's okay. Had to have been the bungo that smacked him. Hi, bungo. Pardon me, bungo. flip the guns. Incomparable. Heart of Oak, Jaw of Glass, yes.
What is with mag?
Can Rhode Island sit anything at tier 10 battleship-wise? Up close and personal, it probably could, but far away, no, you're not going to get citadels. Maybe a lucky one here or there, but nah, I wouldn't expect it. Rip our first German.
What is?
He let a Rhode Island get too close to him.
Yeah, like I said, you know, if you've lost a side, then instinctively you should be heading back to help defend that side.
Engine boost deactivated.
Ah, the Kremlin turned away. Damn it. I was hoping I could farm him a little bit while I got in a position.
Come on, internet, don't do this to me.
Oh dear.
Now this Venezia does like to dodge a lot. He likes to slow down and turn. Hey, fire.
None has radar, doesn't it? Or am I thinking of something else?
What has radar?
I'm trying to remember if Shadon has radar or not.
No.
No. And if you're not sure, you can hit tab, hold your mouse over Janan, and it tells you what it has. What it could have.
Okay, there's a torpedo reload booster though.
Oh yeah, I forgot they added that.
Yes, and those are deep water torpedoes, which means, Rob, you don't have to worry about those.
This Venezia needs to go.
Rob, you're within radar range of the Nevsky.
Yeah, no, that's why I'm turning north here.
Okay. Why did you even get south of the island is a important question.
Engine boost activated.
Engine
Getting
boost,
farmed for
go!
free by the Venezia. Like, I thought we would be killing that, chasing it.
You want all of us to chase one ship. That's a great way to lose the game. Chimikaze is spotted.
All stations requesting fire on the designated target.
It has been turned into a full Asia server, man. Everything is camping in the back.
It's patch day, what do you expect?
Welcome to World of Warships 2024.
Oh, this is so annoying.
Shima's up, Shima's up, Shima's up.
I don't have shots.
Reporting the target.
That's more for silver. He hit him.
Got it with one shell, but no fires or anything. And the other shim is here too.
Ah, there he is. Well, rip you go. I always hate it when I see people using the apes together strong strategy and it actually works.
Yay!
Okay, there goes the
Nevsky's
Nevsky.
finally dead.
I don't know why the Conqueror stopped chasing the Venezia, but whatever.
Yeah, Cthulhu, it is actually faster than Georgia.
What, this ship?
Yep. Rhode Island, when you pop that speed boost, it is the fastest ship in the game. Or, I don't know if it's the fastest, but it's...
Nice
it's
kill,
the fastest
Rob. Nice
battleship.
kill. Another kill. There you go. Good.
You could hydro push that G-Nut and get him lit up.
I wouldn't.
I would.
Our victory
It
is
would probably
Honestly-
get me killed.
All we need, yeah, exactly. All we need to do now is just figure out where this Shimakaze is. Malta is Wilcoing, so we got team play activated. Let's go team play. Currently eating dinner. Help on PC and open Twitch in a bit.
Oh,
Sounds
come
good.
on, Rhode
Thank you,
Island,
Jimmy.
Get spotted again. I want to use my bombs on you. I have 0 bomb hits so far. Because everything
Not
is outside
detected.
13 kilometers. I'm not. So yeah, he must be.
He's
Wait, no.
smoking up.
Oh, I see it.
Acknowledged.
Well,
I am-
I'll tell you, if only there was something that I could use to spot him. Wait, hold on a second. I have a tool just for that. Tool, go. Lol.
I am now also hydroing him.
Engine boost deactivated.
Cool.
Hi, G.
Testing him.
All right, he's dead.
Yes, yes.
That's right. And see? Radar's still available, or on. Now that Shima's gonna remember you have radar very well. Exactly. Alright, now unfortunately, hunting down that Shima has put me very far out of position. But that's okay, because we're winning. And Full Metal Yankee, rip user. I need to compliment the... compliment the Malta. Whatever.
Yeah, the
Wanted
Malta
to
did a
place
good
well,
job
but-
leaving when I told him to leave, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, he was in the corner. He could have sat there and died. He also helped supported me by going after the Shimakaze and spotting that Shima, which is huge. So that deserves a compliment. Our Napoli
Now we
also
know why
did
our
great.
Conqueror stopped chasing.
Whatever. I don't care. Conqueror did what Conqueror needed to do. Whether or not he stopped chasing, the important thing is he pushed the Venezia all the way back to where the Venezia couldn't come back, right? So that was, I think that was a key play. Let's take a look at the detailed report and see what we've done. So we managed to burn down the Cur first. I hit him with 7 AP shells for decentish damage, although the majority of my damage is from fires and just regular HE spam. Frankly, as an HE spamming platform, she's very comfortable. I mean, 356mm guns with HE, hello. Now, I don't think I fired too much in the way of AP this game, simply because I didn't have a lot of really good opportunities to hit targets. Like the Venezia was the only target that I could have really fired AP against. But this guy was very good at paying attention to whenever shells are incoming and dodging them. So the chances of hitting him at long range with AP, quite low. And when I'm playing this with the idea that I'm a down-tiered battleship, kind of like the German premiums, you know, where you start with HE, get him on fire and stuff like that, and go from there. So that's something that I think is kind of how you'd want to play the ship. Credit and stuff like that earnings are nice. Remember, I had blue boosters enabled and stuff. But so the question came out, how do you play the Rhode Island, or how would you see the Rhode Island? First of all, I think that she's a very fun ship. She's got all the tools to do a lot of crazy stuff. But you don't want to get super aggressive and get into the thick of things right off the bat. Let's take a look at the armor profile. And we can see here... Wow, sail sheet. That's great. 27mm bow and stern is oof. So you don't want to sit bow in. If you're the kind of player that stops, sits bow in, and reverses, this is not the ship for you. Because what's going to happen, as soon as you sit bow into like a Yamato, it's going to overmatch that 27mm and hit a very flat casemate or citadel armor piecing. So keep that in mind. You're constantly mobile. If you watched how I played the ship, I moved all the time, except for even the time I crashed into the bungo. I kept moving. And I think that's one of the keys to the ship is your mobility, so use it. We got 38 millimeter upper belt, side plating, and deck armor. That's actually really nice. That means you can't be farmed by HE spamming ships with IFHE. You can be farmed by ships like Venezia that's got SAP and 50 millimeter HE SAP pen, or ships like Hindenburg with 50 millimeter HE pen. So keep that in mind. Those are probably some of your bigger threats at long range. Let's take a look at the Citadel armor itself. It is an above water Citadel. No, technically this is armor. This is casemate armor, and here's your Citadel armor below that. So the Citadel is actually at the water line. Let's drop. There's your Citadel. Okay, so it's at the water line. So if you're going to aim for the Citadel in the ship, you got to aim just below the water line, or a potential weak spot is going to be this part here, the barbette armor. 76 millimeter thickness. Now there is the casemate armor, side plating you have to go through first to then penetrate into that spot. And, okay, and you also have this armor belt too. So that's going to be very hard to Citadel that. Okay. That, honestly, that makes her very comfortable close range. I might even go for secondaries on this ship because of that. I think she's a brawler. I think she's a really good brawling ship. Playing her at long range is kind of boring. I had to just spam HE like crazy. I utilized the engine boost. I really scooted around like crazy. The maneuverability was nice on it. The rudder shift, I mean, the rudder shift is glorious. 12 seconds for a battleship stock. I mean, that's really nice. You can get it down to a little bit less, obviously, if you wanted to. But yeah, that's the Rhode Island. I think she's a fun ship. She's one of those ships where I would definitely play her again.
I'm logging back on. Sorry for that. That
Secondary
was unplayable.
Secondary and radar ranges align neatly. This is true, Cthulhu, and for cases like dealing with that Shimakaze, it works. And that's, again, why I think you can spec the ship to be a brawler and probably get more out of it than speccing it as a standard tanky battleship. So,